hadith, subhanallah. At least for me, this is the first time I've seen this hadith, and I've seen another version of it, and Ibn Abbas, the same meaning. But for this, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, عن أبي الدرداء, he said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لكل شيء حقيقة. And I really thought a lot what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what does haqiqa mean in English? Of course, haqiqa means truth, is the quick meaning of it. But I think to me it was a true essence. In Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a true essence for everything. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said, "بكل شيء حقيقة, وما بلغ عبد حقيقة الإيمان." And there is no slave of Allah subhanahu wa taala that reached the true essence of Iman, meaning knowing the true meaning of Iman, or getting to the value of what really true Iman is in his heart, حتى يعلم, until he knows, أن ما أصابه ما كان ليخطئه, until he knows whatever happens to him, it was never meant to miss him. Never meant to miss him. Whatever, anything that happens in life, it never meant to miss you. Whatever happens to you. وما أخطأه, and whatever misses him, لم يكن ليصيبه, it was never meant to ever happen to him. The thing that I was reflecting on this, we always think that whatever misses us, it comes to us, and whatever happens to us, it never meant to miss us. We always think on the negative side. We always think, of calamity, of a trial, of anything. But there is really an extension to that. Also the goodness, the money, the wealth, the knowledge, the power, the fame, whatever it is meant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us, and it never really wanted, it's not going to miss us, because this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed it. The good point, or the most important thing of this, the whole hadith, I think in my mind, or in my humble opinion, is the importance to ground yourself on either side of the equation. If you're on the receiving or on the giving, meaning either you are in a trial and you need to be patient on it because it never meant to miss you, or even if you have a lot of goodness that's happening to you, then you need to be also patient on it, meaning ground yourself. This one, there is a very famous, especially in the US, you get to say, I did, my car, my home, my wealth, my money, I made it with my intelligence. Then you see that you're taking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala out of that giving, that without Him, there's nothing. We always think on the trials, which we really true do, but we need to think about the other side of the equation. It is Allah's money. This one, there's a famous saying on every building in my country, in Lebanon, and probably most of the Arab countries, probably most Muslim countries. When somebody built a building, he said on the front of it, Al-Mulku Lillah. The ownership is to Allah. I am transient in this life with my everything that I have, with my trials and tribulations, with my happiness and sadness. I'm transient in this life. And whatever Allah gives us, whatever Allah takes from us, is transient in either equations. So it is important. And then there is the summing for that is what Ibrahim alayhi salam said, قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Say my prayers and my sacrifice, my life and my death are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the worlds. This Ibrahim alayhi salam sums all that up in that what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is trying to convey to us, and what the Quran is trying to convey us, in that haqiqah, the true essence of Iman is to know whatever happened to you, it never meant to miss you of good or bad, and whatever it missed you of good or bad, it never meant to get to you or be, happening to you. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to always keep us grounded. And there's no better than example, because the khutbah yesterday, and I don't want to take more than this, is about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us, or Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tells us to read Surah Al-Kahf every week. And Surah Al-Kahf has many stories. And the people of the two gardens is really what brought about the whole hadith and the whole thing. The people, the man of the two gardens. Think of what he thought. It would never, it would never fail. He will always have a lush garden. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have anything to do with it. And even if he comes back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if there is akhirah, he was saying, that he will find another one just like it. Because he just decreed for himself what should happen and what's going to happen. And this is what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, come back to that hadith. If you have the true essence of iman, then you know, or faith, that you know it is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us avoid trials and tribulations. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to always to give us and be on the good receiving end of good things. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ground us in what He gives us, so we know it is for Him and from Him and is going back to Him, and we're transient inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.